All right, I said I was going to go ahead and break down the patch notes between 3 videos, one being all of the non-job change stuff, one being PvE job change, and another being PvP changes. So this is the PvE one. This is going to be way shorter. You know what? It turned out they added a lot of stuff that was not related to job changes. I expect this one to be pretty short, so let's dive right in. All right, first up, each action and trait is listed as though it were level 100. So first up, cover. First up is going to be Paladin. Cover is extended from 10 yalms to 20. You want to know how you can tell the difference between a top tier Paladin and a normal Paladin? If they use cover and use it well. Cover is definitely one of those things that definitely separates the boy Paladins from the men Paladins. I am definitely a boy Paladin. I am still very much a novice. Intervene is now required at 66, previously level 74. That's the gap closer. Oh, thank God. Thank merciful Lord. That took way too long. Hollow ground, the effect of this action can now be applied earlier. Good. No more going ahead and saying, hallowed ground, dead. Number of times I've seen terrible snapshotting like that. Awful. All right. Maybe we'll see that as an effect from all of the invulns. So, decent stuff for Paladin. Definitely one of their biggest leveling issues fixed right there. All right, let's see here. Yep, sure enough. For Warrior, Home Gang, effect now applies earlier. Good stuff. Chaotic Cyclone, hit detection for this action will now trigger earlier. I have noticed for Chaotic Cyclone, it waits for the whole animation to play out before I see the heals start to stack up when doing a bloodwetting Chaotic Cyclone. Like, it takes a hot minute. And it's probably killed me like once because I cut it way too close because I was so bored in the dungeon. I just wanted to feel something. Oh, let me feel that big rush of HP regen. And then I died. Never let that happen again. So yeah, good to see that happen. Be very curious to see what the timing is. Dark Knight. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 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 Holy cow, Dark Knight got love. Well deserved. Dark Mind now reduces physical damage taken by 20% by 10%. So Dark Mind currently, if I'm not mistaken, is 30% magic mitt, and now will also be 10% physical mitt. So it's good. Because God, this savage tier, Dark Mind and Dark Missionary both have just been absolutely f***ing useless. It's been maddening. Absolutely maddening. Good stuff. Living Dead, the effects now apply earlier. Good. Abyssal Drain. This was the first thing I saw and I went, ooh. Because I've been talking about how, like, one of the things I would have done for one of the things that fixed Dark Knight is just Abyssal Drain, have it do less damage, have more of that damage come back as healing, and put multiple charges on it in a shorter cooldown. Let that be your replacement. This is a good step to that. Big, beefy heal. And then we're also going to add that to Carve and Spit. These two share a cooldown. They're once a minute, so it's not like something big. It's not like what I would have liked to see, which is them going down to like 35-second cooldowns and maybe like 2 charges. But seeing that go up to a 500 potency heal, that is bigger than Bloodwetting. Bloodwetting is 400 potency. But these are going to be on once a minute. So good stuff. Good stuff. I do wonder though, it says the cure potency is increased. Because Abyssal Drain was based on per hit. And it was based on the damage you did. At least it said it was the damage you did. I never did enough science to determine if that actually is the case. Anyway, good stuff. Blood Spiller got a potency increase. Which one was Blood Spiller? I think this is the thing that takes Gauge. Dark Missionary now required at level 66 instead of 76. Good. Now reduces physical damage taken by 5. So it's magical 10, physical 5. Not as strong as, say, Shake It Off or Divine Veil, but still big ups, big improvement. Scarlet Delirium had their potency increase. Comeuppance potency increase. Torque Cleaver potency increased. I assume these are all new skills because I do not recognize Scarlet Delirium. Blood Spiller I recognize. I'm just not exactly sure where. I'm pretty sure that's the single target that takes Gauge. I think. These three I have to assume are level 100 skills. And I haven't gotten that high up with Dark Knight yet. Still, good. Dark Knight needed help. And they got a pretty good care package. Does this fix everything for Dark Knight? I don't know. I again would have liked to have seen more uses of Abyssal Drain and Carbon Spit. Give a bit more APM for them to do and have it actually be something that helps with their survivability. But make it be a big fat heal once a minute. Ain't gonna hurt, that's for sure. Gunbreaker. Aurora's potency has been increased. Thank God. Aurora almost felt like a meme. Like, you thought Oblation for Dark Knight was bad? Just, oh, it reduces damage taken by 10%. 2 charges on whoever I want. Aurora was a meme. The regen was like, it felt like nothing. Like, holy smokes, it felt weak as all can be. It felt like it was only good in like low-end content. Because like in anything else, it's just bleh. Super Bowl Line, the effect now applies earlier. No. I mean, yay, but no! The memes! No! The memes! Where's my memes? My memes are dead. Effects of this action are applied earlier, no longer reduces HP to 1, instead reduces the HP to the cost of 50% of maximum. I would have done it to 75 just to keep the memes a bit active. I know why they did this, okay? There were too many times, and our former Gunbreaker tank NATO Ninja had it happen quite often with his weird lag. They do super, it would put his HP at 1 and then apply the invuln, and because of that slight gap between when the two actions happen, it would kill him. So now instead it's just going to reduce his HP by 50%. Heart of Light now also reduces physical by 5%, matching Dark Missionary. Understandable. Hypervelocity, potency reduced. What? Reduced by 180 to 160. Hypervelocity gets nerfed. That might be the first time they actually nerf Gunbreaker. God, every single Endwalker patch, they just seem to actually get a buff and just get more buffed and more buffed and more buffed when they didn't need it at all. It was bizarre. That is just a straight up nerf. Huh. It is rare to see a nerf. Double Down now costs 1 instead of 2. I think some Gunbreakers are actually going to be mad about that. Because it means they're now going to want to fit yet another thing into their No Mercy window. And it was already pretty tight. I don't know. Like, you would think you have 3 charges. 2 of them now don't need to go to Double Down. Everything's good, right? You'd be a little surprised on that. Because now people are going to, because now the mission's going to be, I have 1 additional cartridge. How do I use it? That's going to be the new game. Still though, the fact that Heart of Light now reduces physical damage, good. Dragoon! Piercing Talon gets a bonus upgrade. Effective enhancing Piercing Talon has been acted. Trait Lance Mastery now increases the potency from 150 to 200. The effect of enhanced Piercing Talon has been added, which increases the potency to 350. Isn't that just part of their 1, 2, 3? I'm a little confused on this one. Elusive Jump now adds... Oh no. What? Oh no. Am I in PvP by accident? No. Because this definitely feels like a PvP action. It's kind of weird. Your Sokol, all right. So Elusive Jump, yeeting yourself backwards gets you a 150 potency gain. I hope this is the AoE. That might actually be what this is. I don't know. Something weird's going on here. I'm very curious to know what Dragoon mains think about this. Gersokol stats of Nastrond ready granted have been reduced from 3 to... So what? They only get 1 Nastrond? Barrage Dive and potency increased from 200 to 380. Nastrond potency increased from 300 to 600. Potency increase from the Lance Mastery trait 3 has increased from... So you only get 1 use instead of 3. So we're losing 360 potency actually. The one hit now hits harder. We're gaining 100 potency here. So instead we're just down 260 potency, but you gain it back. Wait, 360 potency we had here, right? We gain 100 of it back here. Now it's 260 potency. We gain 100 of it back here with Starcross, now being 1,000 potency instead of 900. So now we're down to 160 potency lost. Mirage Dive now gives it, so we have overall a 20 potency gain and less to do during our 2-minute window. Okay, then. It is technically a potency gain of 20, but you need to do a lot of math to determine that. Like, there's always the weird fact that you currently have 3 buttons that kind of enter your 2-minute window on Dragoon right now, right? You've got like your early, I forgot what it's called, but it's the red button that increases your potency. You have Gerskokal, which lets you enter red gauge mode every minute. And you also have every 2 minutes your battle litany. Honestly, I don't know why you don't just have your red buff window enable Nastran ready and then let you go Gerskokal into Nastran from that, so that you're not trying to do anything funky with that. But I don't know, that's just me. I think doing all this is kind of weird because you're changing a lot in the burst window. Maybe the burst window really is just that busy. I'm only at level 90 Dragoon right now, so maybe 100 actually is just that busy. It doesn't seem like it to me on paper. I'm willing to bet that some people are going to be a little upset about this, but all might be forgiven with just like fewer, bigger crit numbers, making brain go burr. I don't know what the heck's going on here. This feels bizarre. This is weird. This is really weird. Ninja. Throwing dagger increased from 120 to 200. Dream Within a Dream increased by 30 potency. That's going to be nice. Dream Within a Dream, keep in mind, hits 3 times. So that's not a 30 potency increase. That's a 90 potency increase. Dokumori changed an attack from a single to a cone, dealing a damage of 300 potency to the first target and 25 less to all targets remaining. I think that's their gauge attack for single target. Tenchi Jin players can thank Christ. Oh my god. This pissed me off so much learning ninja. The number of times starting off with a novice ninja that I moved after hitting Tenchi Jin and lost Tenchi Jin and just like, well, fuck me, I guess. It was just infuriating. Tenri Jindo, hit detection of this action is now triggers earlier. I'm not sure what that is. So take that. Samurai. Haitsu Gyoten. Recast time is reduced from 10 to 5 seconds. I'm not sure which one that is, but I suspect with only a 10-second recast timer, there was one that was never an issue. Maybe someone found a way to hit that, and they're just being like, whatevs. Potency increased on Goifu by 10, and then 80 on Zanshin. I'm not familiar with either of these two. Tendo Kaishin Setsugen Genka character motions and visual effects of this action have been changed. I assume this is like something I haven't gotten yet. I'm only 90 Samurai, so like all of this is Greek to me. Like I think I know what this one is. I think that's the one that's you need 3 meditation gems to use. There might be a way at level 100 to get them pretty quickly. You might be able to get them within 10 seconds, but normal operations, I never even came close. Anyway, Reaper. Arcane Circle, the Circle of Sacrifice effect now grants stacks of Immortal Sacrifice to your party when they successfully land an ability. What the f does that mean? Void Reaping. After learning the action Communio, the hotbar action will no longer be illuminated when remaining Limor Shroud stacks are at 1. Okay, this actually did trip me up a bit. The reaping skills when you are in Enshroud, which that's what these are, I'm pretty sure. If you had 1 charge left and you know Communio, you need to ignore the blinking buttons, which I did not the first couple of times I got Enshroud and got Communio, because I trained my brain to just go like every other Reaper that first got the skills. And when you're at 1, you need to cast Communio, because otherwise it's just lost DPS. Execute your Gallows. The hit detection for this action will now trigger earlier. Is that the like the little smoke one? If so, good. All right. Machinist. Oh, potency increases. Heated Clean Shot has been increased by 20. Blazing Shot has been increased by 20. I'm not sure which one Heated Clean Shot is. I assume that's part of the 1, 2, 3. I see Heated and I immediately think it's the Overcharge ability, but that's Blazing Shot. And that doesn't have it has to be one of the 1, 2, 3s, because that's the only thing that has a combo. Flamethrower increased from 8 to 12 yalms. Potency increased from 80 to 100. Big buff to Flamethrower. No one is still gonna use it. Only idiots use Flamethrower. It is a terrible AoE skill and ruins the flow of everything. So of course I use it because I enjoy bringing people to 1 HP with Super Bolide. But no actual machine is going to use Flamethrower seriously. And then double check and checkmate. That is their multi-charge abilities. They got like 3 charges of what were the Gauss Round and Ricochet. That's what checkmate and double check and checkmate are. Those are now 170 both. So good stuff. Good potency increases. Job needed it. Dancer. The trait Dynamic Dancer will now increase potency from 150 to 180 for Fan Dance. Curing Waltz effect has been increased from 3 to 5 yalms. Was it only 3 yalms before? Holy cow. Fan Dance 3, the trait Dynamic Dancer now increase the potency from 200 to 220. Starfall Dance, the active change setting can be able to change Starfall Dance with Devilment. Okay. Neat. Black Mage. Confirmed. Anyway. Flare cast time is now reduced from 4 to 3 seconds. Good. Ley lines, you have 2 charges of ley lines now. What we saw in the live letter was not some developer trick. It is actually a change that is coming to Black Mage. You cannot have 2 ley lines out. So only 1 ley line is going to be out of time because it cannot be executed while under the effect of ley lines. Despair, the trait Enhanced Astral Fire will now make the cast time instant of Despair. Nice. It really did get tight towards the end of the fire phase of getting your last 3 Fire 4s out and a Despair and then a Flare Star. And you really did have to go in that order because you needed the refresh on fire. And if you're doing mechanics, your window gets that much narrower. Nokia 4, no, they got nerfed. Their potency went down by 1% secretly. No. Got 2 charges of ley lines. You're fine. Summoner. Crimson Cyclone adds the effect of grant. Has the initial and grant Crimson Cyclone ready. The effect ends upon. Okay. I think I understand now. So the Ifrit charge is no longer tied to the strike. So charging and then doing anything else does not kill the combo. It does, however, you can do something in between the two. This does not affect my biggest gripe with Summoner, because the fact that for maximum DPS, you have to Ifrit charge and you have to use the follow-up, or else you're just using regular casts, which is a waste of everyone's time. It's one of the biggest problems that Summoner has. The other big problem that Summoner has is just its core design right now, and it just being a crayon eater. But I mean, frickin' the entire Ifrit, I hate the Ifrit phase. Not just because it's the only one that has cast times. I actually don't mind that. But the fact that you have to use the Ifrit charge for maximum DPS, which means most likely holding damage, it's awful. It's awful. And then potency of summons increased by 50. Sunflares increased by 100. Good potency increases on their biggest burst hits. Red Mage. What did you do to me? My burst increased. 30 potency on the 1, 50 potency on the 2, and 50 potency on the 3. That's it. I can live with that. Picto. I don't see potency numbers. I wonder why. Palm motif. A palm will now appear on your canvas upon entering instance duties or when restarting an encounter. Oh. So let me get this straight. Picto doesn't have to recast their motifs on restart an encounter. Summoner still has to resummon their Carby. I see how it is. Starry Muse, the ground effect will no longer appear when battle effects are set to limited. Yes, you should never set your own to limited then. Imagine if you were a black mage and your ley lines didn't show up when set to limited. I don't know about that one, Chief. Look, I have a hard time feeling sympathy for Picto because they are clearly the overpowered caster right now. They are the top dog, and the rest of us, summoners, red mages, and black mages, are kind of looking at them like they're the spoiled child. But man, that's a bad decision in my opinion. That's a bad decision. Healers, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. No excuses now. You're gonna come up with new excuses. White Mage, Holy has now been decreased from 2.5 to 1.5. Good stuff. Asylum visual effect has been changed. Glare 3, 10 more potency. Holy 3. Oh, the same thing. Latest Misery has his potency increased by 40 to match Glare 3. Divine Caress. Effect has been increased from 50. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to assume it's an ability I don't have because I do not recognize it. Scholar. Yippee. Oh, wow. All of our shield abilities down by 100 MP to get us closer to where Sage is. Because Sage right now has way better MP management than Scholar. Because their shields are less expensive and they get their MP back faster, but in smaller bursts, but then also get a free extra charge of gaining MP back. It's one of the reasons why I've said Scholar what they should do for energy drain, because they can't figure out what to do with it. And just said, whatever, here's 100 potency, whatever. They should make it so it gives you 200 MP. Just straight up. That would even things out. Even 250 MP would even things out. So any extra you could just turn back into MP. Seraphic Veil increased by 30%. Embrace increased by 30%. I'm okay with this. The 100 MP change is going to be very helpful, especially when just going in and going absolutely ham with Seraphism. Astrologian, you didn't need much. Just have 3 additional Yalms. I wonder how that compares to the other ones. Sage, screw you. Screw you. F off. Go f yourself. Scholar finally gets matched for them for MP. Sage, we can't have that. We have the better MP regeneration, and we get to go ahead and have our MP costs reduced again. Go f yourself. We're done talking here. Anyway, Philosophia. That one I actually do know what it is. I'm okay with this change. This is the one that makes it so that your Cardia affects everyone temporarily. All your big heals have their MP cost reduced by 100. Dosis, Toxicon, and Pneuma. These are your basic attacks. Toxicon is just free cast Dosis. Dosis is your primary method of DPS. Pneuma only has DPS on it because it is basically your heal, but they felt like putting a laser on it to make you feel better, which I still feel is kind of silly, but it's what they did. Job HUD explanation for Black Mage and Viper have been updated. Good luck explaining the Viper one. But yeah, nothing for Viper showed up at all. What else didn't show up? Bard didn't show up at all. Nothing for Bard. Dragoon, Ninja, Samurai, Reaper, Monk did not show up at all, and Viper didn't show up at all. All of our healers showed up, all of our casters showed up except for Blue Mage, because Blue Mage. This is the big one right here, in my opinion. This is the big one. Right there. I don't know if you guys saw me select that or not. I'm going to be posting that to the places. But that's it for the job changes. That's going to do it for me. If you liked what you saw, give a like, subscribe, and I am going to go move on to the next video. I got PvP changes to look at. Bye-bye.